I'm actually learning, right? So let's say we have this cone brush, and then we create a static mesh from this in quick start content. Actually, can I? It deletes the old one. Hold on, let me undo convert actor. Let me duplicate this. Let me duplicate it first, and then we're gonna convert this to. Well, this one actually we should delete. Cone brush static mesh. All right, now we make that a static mesh under quick start content. All right. So now we have this thing. Imagine if we put a texture on it. Now, imagine if we build. Right. And we'll see if this is a disaster or not. I mean, so far, it seems kind of okay. While that's building, order drag grid. You should always make sure drag grid is enabled when working with brushes. Make sure you keep the vertices of your brushes in the grid at all times. Is it? Oops, wrong one. Lighting results. Yeah, no, it's got wrapping UVs. How do you edit the UVs again? Can you do it inside the Unreal Engine editor? Object has wrapping UVs. Cone brush. Oh, actually, no. What am show advanced. Where? Advanced properties. Drag grid. It's completely broken. Alright, so UVs. What are we gonna do about you? LD materials UV. What on earth is that? UV channel 1? That's probably better. That's probably better. UV channel 1 is significantly better than UV channel 0. See, that's much better. Look, there's no overlapping. Although it's still kind of whack, but... So how do I save? UV channel 1. How do I... Static mesh, create blocking volume, materials, physics. So, did I just do it? Lighting channel, channel 0, channel 1. So what's the deal with the UV channels? Showing UV channel 1 for LOD 0. Blah 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 blah. So if is that what I do? Is that so? This is channel 0. Do I just do this and then build? I don't actually know. But I thought lighting channel defines which lights affects it. It doesn't define which UV channel to use, I thought. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. Rendering, attach bonuses. Huh. Indirect light, rendering, attach parent, I don't know what that means. Cube map resolution. I don't know. Sphere reflection, light source. I don't really know what I'm doing. I don't really know what I'm doing. I do know that I set this to 0 and 1. Maybe I should just turn off 0. So if we look at this, the monkey, UV channel 0 is that, channel 1 is that. And I just don't really know which one is sensible. Or why there's two of them. Like, why are there two of them? I don't know. Object has wrapping UVs. Well, it's not better. it's not any better than before, so I don't think that's correct. Um, Material slots. One material slots. World grid material. I mean, this is not. Do I have to? Like, can I not edit it in here? Or like, can I edit the channels? Can I edit the UV in here? This is something I need to figure out. But for now, it's not that important for now. Alright, back to this. Brush surfaces. Okay, well let me just UV channel Let's look this up. Materials, UV channels, and maps. I'm sure that by now, after many hours of reading the Unreal Engine documentation, we can all agree that we would usually need 2 UV channels for our game assets. First UV channel is usually for our standard baked textures to be mapped from. You can overlap UVs only if necessary and can go beyond the 0-1 space. Second UV channel is for the light map, and the UV cannot be overlapping and must be within the 0-1 space. My question is, if for example I have a sofa, the main portion of it, which requires a standard fabric material, is a lot huge, whereas the fabric texture is small, therefore I have to enlarge the polygon in the UV mapping so that the size of the fabric texture fits the sofa. But then it will mean that I have to go beyond the 0-1 space. If I were to keep it all within the 0-1 space, texture quality will suffer and going to a higher res map is not really a good thing to do. However, it works fine as there is a second UV channel for the light map, and I think this tutorial explaining the texture density pretty much covers what I'm to say. But what if I want to texture that way outside the 0-1 space and overlapping UV so that I can reuse my seamless fabric material in UE4? But I want to add an AO map and normal map for my sofa. How will I proceed in the material creation for my sofa? Can I, for example, assign my AO and normal map using the second UV channel, since it's not overlapping and all within 0-1 space? Drop a texture coordinate node in your material and set its UV channel to 1. And then connect its output to the UV pin on your texture sample. Lightmap UV and a third one. Just drop a texture coordinate node in your material and set its UV channel to 1. Then connect its output. What? Okay, let me just create advanced asset material. Creating new materials directly increases shader compile times. Oh, does it? Alright, let's make a new material. Test material. Loading test material. So let's make this, let's go constant 3 vector. Let's make this like a nice blue color. Okay. Base color. And procedurals. Normal from height map chaos. Cool, you can make normal from height map, nice. Particles. Atmosphere, block color, blends, color, constants, coordinates. Coordinates. Lightmap UV. World position, view size. We can make fonts, really? Cool. Get post-process image, gradient, landscape. Gradient, image adjustment, landscape, math. Fascinating. Math. Sine, pi, multiply, min-max, cosine, dot product. Fascinating stuff. Max grips, miscellaneous, normals, opacity, particles, procedurals, reflection, shading, speed tree, texture, texturing. Look at all these options. Don't know if they mean anything to you guys, but I'm just gonna looking at the at what's available. Noise, position, scalar. So if I scalar to clamp the levels at pixel level can be computed like this. What does that even mean? 2 to 3 dimensional vector. Noise. What do I put noise on roughness? Is that what I think it is? Hold on. There's noise on roughness. What do I put the noise on specular? Hold on. The same noise on specular and roughness. Cool. I mean, it's kind of cool. I don't know if you think it's cool. What if I go put that into there? Doesn't quite do what I think it does. Now let me break links. Break length there. Let me break links there. So what does noise actually look like if I put it on color? Okay, noise looks like that. Right, I see. Break links. Okay, so let me just make this as a material. It's blue and it's got noise on the specular brightness. Yes, save. Right, save all. And then we put this on there. And I mean, lighting channels. Lighting channels is a different thing from. So the UV channels. The UV channels. The first one is for the actual material, and then the second one is for the lighting. So this should be fine. Like this should not be a problem. Except if and when we try to calculate lighting, it is a problem. It almost seems like it's back to front. And I'm not sure why that would be the case. Oh wait, we're out. Okay, actually, no, I know why. We're outside of the box. That's why. That does make sense. We are outside the light mass important volume. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Let me. This could be the reason. Alright, that might actually make a lot of difference. We actually put these objects inside the light mass importance volume. And why is it on 4? So we put this up to 1024, which is kind of crazy. This is on 64. And this is on 4. That might be why. It might just be the lighting settings are wrong. And it was also outside of this box. And let me just finish that. And I'm sure it's gonna mess this up. So it's got nothing to do with the UV? It's got nothing to do with the UV mapping, really? UV mapping, I haven't even explained this. UV mapping refers to the way textures are put onto objects. So the X, Y, and Z is the object, and the UVW is the texture coordinates, which is a separate thing. I mean, look, 64, 4 to 64, but we didn't have to override this one. It just defaulted properly. 64. All right, let's just rebuild this. Anyway, so we're done with this one. It's not what I thought it was. But it's good to learn. It's good to learn that. Alright, so the next thing we want to do is the lighting quick start guide, which might take a while. 2. How much time? Okay, we've done this for 1 hour 20 minutes. Let's keep going into the lighting quick start guide. What's going on? In this lighting quick start guide, you will go through the basics of working with lighting in Unreal Engine 4, including using atmospheric and directional lighting to create a simple skybox and lit level, using point lights and spotlights to light rooms, changing the lighting quality, and how reflection can be used to bounce light in a room, and also using IES light profiles. At the end of this guide, you will have a room similar to the one pictured above. The final step of this guide will give you some ideas to take it and make it your own, as well as provide links to related documentation. While this guide will cover the actions needed to proceed through each step, if you have not worked with Unreal Editor before, it is recommended that you first look over the Unreal Editor Quick Start Guide to gain a better understanding of general editor usage terms and processes. Alright, good. Let's get into it. Required setup. For this tutorial series, we're using a blank project with starter content enabled. Please see the project browser page for information on creating new projects. Inside your blank project with starter content, follow the steps to create a simple apartment we will use the light. Alright, so we're going to build the apartment from scratch. Wrapping UVs, overlapping UVs. 66.2% of UVs are overlapping. Well, that is fascinating, isn't it? I swear. Okay, look. What if I turn on channel 1 and turn off channel 0? Is it trying to use UV channel 1 for the light map instead of... Maybe that's what it is. Let me turn this off as well. Let me calculate this, because UV channel 1 and UV channel 0 are very different, right? Let me just rebuild this again. I just want to keep doing this until it works. Because this is kind of important to figure out. You can tell that this is pretty terrible, right? I do want to keep trying this until it works. Maybe I should not be doing production quality builds. Lighting channels, channel 0, channel 1, channel 2. Maybe that's the problem. Because channel 0 definitely has a lot of overlapping polygons. Channel 1 doesn't. So if I switch this over to, and in fact we can check this as well. So UV channel 0 is overlapped out the wazoo, right? And then channel 1 is not. Nor is channel 2 has this. For some reason, channel 2 is overlapping there. Channel 1 is not overlapped. Well, are those overlapping? I don't know. So, we should probably take this and also make that channel 1. But let's see how far this takes us before we mess with that. I mean, this is clearly wrong. This is wrong. It's interesting. And in a way, it's interesting to see how it messes up because like the mistakes also tell us something about the engine. Like this also tells us something about the lighting engine, I think. Or at least it tells me that the lighting engine is in grids, right? So that the photons are emitted in a grid. Is what it seems like. No, it's still overlapping. Lightmap UVs overlapping by 66.2%. No, it's still completely messed up. That's amazing. But Lightmap UVs are overlapping? No, UV channel 0 is overlapping. UV channel 1 is not. So if we put the lighting channels, if we put the lighting on 1, it shouldn't be overlapping. But maybe that's not actually what it means. So if we take this, put that on 1. Is that not what it means? Maybe it's not what it means. How do I... Wait a minute. Lighting channels 0, 1, and 2. Let me go quality to medium and build. So I just need to save everything first. Let me cancel that. Let me save all first, and then we're gonna build. Test material. Base color, opacity mask, ambient occlusion. Palette. Physical material. Forward shading, tessellation. Diffraction, light mass setting, previewing. I don't understand what this means. Overlapping UVs by 66%. I mean, I understand that's the problem. I don't know how to fix it. Lightmap UV. Let me come back here. Lightmap UV channel. I wanna hold on. Let me just duplicate that before I search. Can I change the UV channel of the static mesh for the light map? Can I change the UV channel of the static mesh for the light map? My light map is horrible and I don't find where to configure my static mesh light map. You can change the channel in the static mesh editor by setting the channel number for the light map coordinate index to 0 by default. However, it won't matter if you haven't made proper UV layout in your modeling software. It won't matter if you haven't made a proper UV layout in your modeling software first. Well, yeah. Lightmap coordinate index. Static mesh settings. Static mesh editor. What? Static mesh settings. That's not even the same thing. Hold on, what's going on? Lightmap static. Oh, real? Two? I mean, not one? Is that what I need? Is that the one? Is this correct? Lightmap coordinate. The lightmap coordinate index. Save. Is that what it is? So if I take that there, put that back to 1. Put that back to 1. This one, UV 0 is terrible, 1 is good. So this one, static mesh settings. Oh, it's on 2 by default. I mean, it's imported on 2. Monkey UV 0 and then 1. Static mesh settings, light map resolution, coordinate. It's on 1. It was already on 1. Alright, that's also good to know. Although there's still a bit of overlapping there, apparently. So now that we've changed this to lightmap coordinate to 1, save all. Now if we build this, what happens? I mean, I do understand that the UV channel 0 is still a disaster. A complete disaster. But UV channel 1 seems fine. Come on. Come on. Alright, here we go. Okay, so it no longer has overlapping UVs. And, I mean, it's not good. it's, it's not good. It's still pretty messed up. But less messed up than before. But why is it... I mean, I guess the material... Is it meant to be lighting channel 1? I thought I changed that to lighting channel 0. The lighting channel, it should be 0. Hold on, what's going on? And then... this in here should be whichever one you think looks good. I think the problem is that some of these polygons are really small and some of them are really big. Like these really small things. I don't know where they are and whether they're a problem. It could be the case that it's still just a hot mess. And it probably is a hot mess, to be honest. Alright, last attempt before we through with this. We've overridden the light mass. Well, you know, it's better than before, which isn't really saying much, but I think I understand a little bit better what this is about. Compiling shaders. How many shaders are there? Why are there 3,000 shaders? Why are there so many shaders? Is that the new material? It wasn't like that before, was it? Huh. Actually, no, it's correct, isn't it? No, this is actually correct. Kind of. That is probably incorrect. But a lot of this stuff I think is actually correct. Like this... Is it? Is it because the polygon is... No, is it flat or is it not flat? You know, it's mostly correct. It is mostly correct. It's just the... you know what? Let's be done with this. Alright. So we learn something new from doing all that. Okay, let's go... close... Can we close the project? How do you close the project? File... New project. Alright, new project. And I think it says blank project with starter materials, and then we're gonna go tutorial 3. Alright, we learned something new. Not sure if that's really the best. Alright, so once it loads. I'll put a floor down. I'm gonna create 6 floors. It's a lot of floors. And a lot of walls. Yeah, building the whole thing. Alright, we're building a lot of stuff. Building a whole lot of stuff. Alright. What's going on? Oh, wait. Alright, good, done. And we want new level. Empty level. Great. And we drag a floor 400 to 400. Starter content architecture floor. Okay, done. We got a floor, guys. Let me go wireframe. And then we're going to duplicate this. What is it, 5 times? How do we duplicate this? Edit, Control W is duplicate. 5 times, right. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, good. And then 1.5 to 1 0. Hold on. Let me just do this so I can see these numbers, right? So this one, we want -600 0 0 and then 1.5 to 1. Alright. And then the next one we want -600 800 0, and then you go 1.5 to 1, and then the next one we want -200 -400 0, oops, 0, and then you got 0.5 and 1 and 1. Alright, scroll down, number 3, -600 -400 0, and then 1 1 and 1, and then number 4, -600 -400 420 for the ceiling. Number 5, -600 0 -420 1.5 1 and 1, and then number 6 we got -600 800 420, and then 1.5 to 1. With all the floor pieces added, you should now have a floor and roof as shown below. Well, clearly I don't. Wait a minute. Number 5, what did I do wrong here? -600. Oh, this is +420. Okay, that could be a problem here. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, I mean, nope, that's still not quite right. Good try though. 5 is oh, this is 2. Okay, there you go. That's a little bit better. This one is number 4. 1.5 there. 1.5. Okay. Okay, we got it. Uh, your your mileage may vary. Okay, and then content browser. Drag a wall 400 by 400. Let me just make this a bit bigger there. Wall 400 by 400. Let's drop that into there. Control 11 times. 11 times. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I mean 11. My bad. Not 12. Delete the last one. Delete the last one. Select 400, 400. And then transform to, let's see, 30, 1, 6, 0, 0, 0, and 0.375. That's very specific. And then 1, and then 1. Alright. What does that even look like? That's not even in the right place, is it? Is that in the right place? Oh no, this is 180. My bad, 180. Why? Okay. Sure. Sure. Alright, great. 401. Negative 510. 1600. 0, 0, 0, 1, 180. And then 0.25. And 1 and 1. Alright, great. And then we go negative 600, 790, 0, 90, 2, 1 and 1. Negative 600, 0, 0. Wait, that's not right. 0, 0. 0, 0, 90, and then 2, 1, and 1. I'm pretty sure that's correct. Alright, good. 4, negative 600, negative 400, 0, 90, and then 1s. Alright, and then you go negative 600, negative 400, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, and 1. Alright, great. And then number 6, negative 200, negative 400, 0, 0, 0, and 0, and then 0.5, 1 and 1. Alright, that's great. Number 7, 0, 0, 0. 90, and then 1, 1, and 1. Great. And then 8, we go 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 90, 2, 1, and 1. Oh, the previous one is negative 90, my bad. Negative 90. Alright, great. And then number 9, got 0, 790, 0, 90, and then 2, 1, and 1, and then 10, negative 600, negative 10, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, and 1. Great. And then number 11, negative 190, negative 400, 0, 90 there, 1, 1, and 1. Alright. With all the wall pieces highlighted, we now have outer walls in a small corner room. Outer walls and a small corner room. Right. Sure. From the content browser, drag a pillar 50 by 500 into the viewport. There. Inside the world outliner 5 times. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Great. 0, we want negative 600. 1600, 380, and then 1, 1, and 2. Why though? Why is there a giant column up there? Oh wait, this is negative 90. Okay, that makes more sense. That does make a little bit more sense. Okay, and then this one. Negative 710, 800, 380, negative 90, 0, and then 1, 1.5, 1.5. Alright. I mean, you'll notice that we're using static meshes and not BSPs for any of this stuff. Which kind of contradicts the stuff we read earlier, right? Earlier it said, well, if you're blocking stuff in, you should use BSPs to block stuff in. But here, we're essentially blocking stuff in, but we're using meshes. So, I guess it's a different workflow. Okay, that's fine. 504, negative 190, negative 10, 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 5, 0, 0, 0, and then 1, 1, 1. Alright, well there it is. It's a bit odd, like why? Like this column sticks out for some reason, and I don't know why. And those columns also stick out from the roof, and I don't know why. But I guess we don't really care. In the world outliner, wall number 7. In the content browser, select the wall door. What? Select the wall door 400 by 400. And in the details, click the assign button. So now we're going to swap the wall with the door. Fascinating. You can switch one static mesh with another static mesh. And it'll just retain the same transform, but acquire the new shape. Switch also wall 10. Right. Select number 5. We want a window. So now we have doors to those rooms and a window behind there, right. Should now have 2 doorways and a window. Our simple apartment is complete with a small bathroom and an opening for a patio. An opening for a patio? Oh, okay, I see. Yep, on the other side, I see. Next step, we will begin lighting it. Alright, good.